Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 with another video review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Age of the Primes Combaticon Vortex. So we'll take a quick look at the packaging here. Here we have him in his helicopter mode. There we got his mugshot, 105. He will be part of Bruticus. There's a little shot of Bruticus. Here we have the Prime statues. On the top, just his name. On the bottom, we got legal jargon. And on the back we have our product shots, 19 steps. And that's it for the box. And then of course we get our lovely instruction booklet. And all that. His helicopter blades do come packaged separately, but they are very easy to attach. I meant to take these off beforehand, but he does come with 3 blasters. He comes with this larger scoped blaster, and then he does come with these 2 smaller blasters, which I have clipped onto his arm. And there's a number of ways you can put these in, but they're the smaller blasters, and they all do fit into his hand. Yes, his singular hand. But yeah, there's that. And taking a closer look, he is done in a sort of metallic gray for the most part, with some darker, what was that, navy blue, I think? Does have a Decepticon symbol there on his shoulder. Nice red for his visor. Does have a very smooth helicopter blade spin. Very nice. And let's see. I will admit that the arms are definitely quite a, they are a thing. I'm not too thrilled with how these parts just kind of hang off here. As much as I like his robot design, I do think that this figure in particular is just going to end up being endlessly attached to the combiner. Though Bruticus is one of my he is one of the combiners I like the design of the most, I should say, since I don't actually have one yet. But, you know, hey, we're getting started. As far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint, plenty of movement there, full 360. The shoulders, and we're going to fold up the helicopter blade a little bit just to get it out of the way. Shoulders can do full 360, can move that far out. He does have 90 degrees at the elbow, and these bits are on a double hinge, so you can move them around if you want. These little jet thruster, whatever they are, I'm not familiar with helicopters. These can move not quite 360, but a good range of motion. Let's see, we do have waist articulation. We do have forward kick. We do have backward kick. Quite a bit. Smidge under 90, I think. Basically 90. At the knee, do have some toe movement because of how that transforms. And we do have our ankle. So yeah. Oh, and thigh rotation, bicep rotation. I think that's about it. He could do full splits. Okay, now I think that's it. Oh, and this little color spins too, but not very well. Should do a comparison. There he is with his Wavemate Crasher. And do I have any deluxe in vehicle mode right now? I don't think I do. Nope, I don't have any in vehicle mode right now. So there is that. Ow. And I should probably move this down a little bit. So I think that's about it for this mode. I think we can move on to transformation. We'll go ahead and spread those helicopter blades out again. And to start, we're just gonna open up these shins. It's got the usual collapsing leg bit that figures like these tend to have. Go ahead and shove those legs into his shins, like so. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this does turn around. I don't really know why. It doesn't feel like it's necessary, but hey, it's a thing you can do. It's there. So make sure that's tabbed in. Close these shins back up. Close these duckbill feet to form the front of the helicopter. Going to rotate his head around and pull this piece down over his face, which seems a little weird, but hey, it's a thing that you do. Then, let's see if I can remember the exact alignment. These arms do line up a little weird. Sometimes I have trouble remembering exactly how. Let's see, is it? Right. Want to have these facing the screws, the outside panel, and then you want to turn this in, and it's gonna sort of slide underneath that whole bit, and then there are these grooves here that are gonna go over that little jet piece. As you can see, it'll go over this sort of pivot it's on. So we want to line these up with the screws. We're going to fold the tail fin out on this side, and we want to bring the little thruster out, and we want to bring this over and line it up, and then make sure to bring it all under. It's catching. Stop catching. There we go. And then yeah, you'll want those to go under those grooves, and then just snap all this together, bring this tail piece over and tab it in underneath. Then you're going to take the back of this, like here, and rotate that to face that way. This piece right here, you want to rotate that here. Make sure I actually show it like that. Make sure these are all lined up, and then you can fold out this faux landing gear from the back of his head. Does just kind of have a block of a head sitting under his helicopter butt, and the other ones are just molded in up here, but hey, it's a thing. And then what you do with the guns is kind of up to you, but the way the instructions show it, I believe, is you plug this tab onto the front here, and then I don't remember what they do. I think they show these here on the side like this. Personally, what I like to do, and this is why I had him tabbed into his arms, is I take this little hook tab here and plug it in right here above his head, like that, for both of them. And this sort of bulks out the helicopter tail with some guns, and it is a little more streamlined. So there we have him in his vehicle mode, and it's a very compact helicopter, but to be fair, considering these are part of a combiner of deluxes and like one commander, which is just, you know, a super Voyager, you do kind of have to keep the vehicles all within the same scale, which is, you know, not real. But there's that. And wait, I had a vehicle right next to me. Wow. Do have this Voyager Seeker. So that is how they size up. And I did bang my shin grabbing B127. So you get an idea of next to a deluxe. So there's that. And I really do dig this helicopter mode. It does look nice for the most part. I mean, obviously there are some, you know, gaps and chunks missing because, you know, it's a deluxe. They do have some nice black paint here on all the windows. Again, that top helicopter blade does spin nicely, and it is decked out in silver on the middle. And again, it does just come packaged separately. It just plugs in on top. So here, now he's a submarine. Boop. And then yeah, this sort of spins. It's clipped in, so it doesn't spin very well, but overall, I do think the helicopter does look nice for what it is. You know, it could be a little better, but you know, this is a deluxe. We're not expecting a masterpiece here. Though it seems like they're starting to do that with some of the Voyagers. Hint, hint, new secret mold. But yeah, overall, do like the helicopter mode, and I do think it'll look good on the Bruticus. So yeah, there is that for now. And we're not really getting any more of the Bruticus until next year, which is a little bit of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. We're getting a whole, like, 2 combiners this year between the Aerial Bots and Devastator. So, it's understandable. But yeah, I think that's about it for this review. So I think I'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Honestly, if you want to make Bruticus, just get this guy. That's pretty much my rating there. Is like, if you want Bruticus, you want this guy. You know, whether or not you like the individual robot mode is kind of a moot point after that. But yeah, I still think he's decent. Anyway, I'll quit rambling, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.